Hello there, Runniers. It's Manny again, and we have registration coming up this week for Wine and Dine, so I'll go over that real briefly. Guys, I'm going to be traveling and working a little bit more, so it may be harder for me to make these videos, but again, I'm going to take my stuff, so just in case something breaks, I will try to get it to you as soon as possible. But we did have a couple of minor things, and we have something that might be major on the horizon. It's not going to affect us directly, but indirectly, and we'll get to that right now. But before we do, as usual, guys have done amazing. I see a lot of people, I see a lot of channels, and they say, this is my channel, listen to my channel. This is your channel, guys. This is the one that's your channel. You guys are what's making this channel grow. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. But guys, a lot of this happens because you keep asking questions, guys. So keep asking questions here on social media, wherever it is, guys. Just keep asking questions. And again, this is the reason why we make these videos and we help you guys out as much as we can. But again, when it comes down to it, this is your channel, guys. So without further ado, let's get to some news. So first off, we had the virtual runs, the summer virtual runs. The theming came out, so let's take a look at that. So here is a general virtual series snacktacular celebration. This is actually pretty cool. But first off, we have the Mickey Mouse Waffle 5K. This actually looks pretty cool. The next one is a Mickey Mouse bar. So I like to eat these at the parks myself. So these are pretty awesome. The next one is Mickey Mouse Candy Apple. I'm not the biggest fan of candy apples. I love apples themselves, but not a big fan of candy apples. And, okay, who doesn't like the soft serve, the Dole Whip? And this is awesome. So I think they're actually really, really cool. So we got 4 of the 5 basic food groups right there. The only one we're missing is cupcakes. But besides that, we got 4 of the 5 basic food groups. No, just joking around, guys. But guys, they look super, super cool. I think a great idea, and I reached out to a travel agent friend of mine, and I said, you know what we should do, or what would be a cool idea, is that people should get together at certain resorts, hopefully maybe even get their medals ahead of time, and then finish off the runs over there, and at the very end, they can have your waffle, you can have your ice cream, you can have your apple, you can have whatever you want to, you can have your Dole Whip. It's really, really cool. So guys, you can present that, but again, you get one of the snacks, and so I think that's a really cool idea, guys. So look on the on the lookout just in case they decide to go through with that. So guys, we have registration for Wine and Dine coming up next week, and guys, I'm gonna wish you nothing but magical luck, guys. I know a lot of you guys are wanting to get in, guys, but just remember a few things, guys. Remember that for every spot there's 2 or 3, maybe even 4 people trying to get that spot. So be patient, be calm. Afterward, do not put down anybody on social media, guys. That's just not who we are, guys. And I spoke about it last time. If you don't get in, show up or you can show up still and volunteer just like I did, guys. It was a lot of fun. It was just, I got so much more in return than I thought I was even going to get, and I knew I was going to get something in return. And by that I mean just the smiling faces. It was just so awesome to see that, guys. So, guys, just don't be upset about that. And again, may your fingers be fast and your Wi-Fi be strong. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And then we're going to move on to today's topic. So, guys, we have shareholder meetings coming up. We got other stuff such as D23 coming up later this year. And yes, there's going to be a lot of major announcements. I believe they have to, because of everything that's going on at Universal Studios, guys, right down the road in Florida. And you know what, guys, Disney has to pick up their game, and I believe they're going to do that. So there's going to be announcements. Right now they're letting stuff out little by little. But Manny, how does that affect runDisney? Is it really, really going to affect us? And the answer is yes, it's going to, and I'm going to explain how right now. So guys, just think about it. Every time they build a new ride, a new land, something like that, we have more space to run in. And we also have more themings. So just to piggyback on what happened for Wine and Dine, that Tiana got her 10K medal because her ride is coming later on this year. So that might piggyback on, that might give us clues on what is going to be happening when they announce the land, and the land is getting, or the ride is getting, the land or the ride is getting closer to open up. We might have that for theming, guys. I don't think we'll ever get theming for the rides themselves, except it's like the summer virtual. They've had it a few years ago, guys. But besides that, I don't think we're ever going to get direct theming. So like for Wine and Dine, we're not gonna be doing Spaceship Earth, that kind of stuff. Although I like that idea, I don't think we're gonna be getting that. So guys, we're gonna be going over everything that's gonna be going on every park where we run. So maybe to see if we can more or less tell what we're gonna be dealing with in each park. So the main one is gonna be Epcot, guys, and yes, those walls are gonna be coming down. So guys, I took a look at these. These were the maps for the last 5K, and take a look at what could possibly go on. So this is actually the map for the half marathon, but if you can see, we run on the side, way on the right side of Epcot. We don't even enter through Spaceship Earth. But this is a real bad with my black little marker, but you can run to the side, you can go all the way to World Showcase and come around if needed. So with those walls coming down, we could enter towards the right. If we're facing Spaceship Earth, we could enter to the right and actually run a little bit more inside of Epcot. And so that might be a little bit of a route that we could run in the future. So besides that, Epcot has nothing on the horizon as of now. And even if they do something with the Play Pavilion, it's still a little bit too much off of the course. So it'll be something that we can see visual, but those walls coming down are going to help a lot. But besides that, there's nothing on the horizon unless they make a surprise announcement. So guys, right down the road is Hollywood Studios, and I don't think there's going to be much going on there. They haven't really announced anything. There's not many places that they could do stuff with. We just started running there, and I hope we run in there some more. But guys, right now, unless they make some kind of major announcement, and I haven't even heard rumors of anything going in there right now, with the exception of Star Tours. They're adding some scenes there, but that's about it. So now we're heading over to Magic Kingdom, guys. And if you want any proof of what these expansions can do for the trails, the running trails or running routes that we're going to have, you have to look no further than this year's marathon weekend. We got to run right in front of Tron. It was amazing. It was so cool. They added that. It was the first time we ever ran that route. We came around. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and watch that. But again, there's going to be more rumored lands right now that they might build, including beyond Thunder Mountain. That whole area right there is primed to be built. Rumors right now have Villains Land going over there. That would give us, let's take a look at the map. So this is an example of a map that's something that can be built, but more importantly are going to be the entrance and the exit. And as you can see, we can enter on one side, run around, and come around the other side and exit. So guys, if you see that, there might be a route that we could run up there, come around, run through all Villains Land. We can come around, still come down to where we exit by Big Thunder Mountain. So we're going to be able to go in front of Splash Mountain and exit back over there. So that gives us a viable extra a quarter to half of a mile to run. Also, the latest rumor, and it just started coming out in the last couple weeks, is that there's a place closer to the front of Adventureland, possibly a Moana ride or land or something. And it's going to be kind of like the Indiana Jones at Disneyland, where it's built kind of like you could build it straight away, the queuing area straight, and then the ride is in the back, so it's more of a walkway until you get over there to the ride. But there is enough land to build that, guys. So guys, again, that just started picking up steam the last couple weeks. Is it going to happen? Guys, I'll say about Blue Sky at the end, but guys, I'm not a big fan of Blue Sky. When they mention Blue Sky, to me it just means we may or may not do this. People get really excited, and then all of a sudden they're, later on they feel frustrated because it didn't happen. So that's what's going on at Magic Kingdom. Now the biggest change, guys, is gonna be at Animal Kingdom, guys. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Dino Land is starting to come down, and it eventually looks like it's going to completely come down, including Dinosaur Ride. So Triceratops spin right there, it's going to go away. And of course, they're going to change It's Tough to Be a Bug in the Tree of Life. Guys, but how is that going to affect us? So I'll start off with It's Tough to Be a Bug. They're going to change it to Zootopia, from my understanding, or that is the rumor right now. That probably won't be anything big because it's inside, so you'll probably just see walls or something, a barricade, but besides that, it's not going to affect us big time. Now the next one is Dinosaur, and Dinosaurs is off the path, so we run kind of by there, but we never actually run right next to it. So if they are going to change that, which again is rumored to become Indiana Jones, Guys, it's going to be off the path. We might see a wall, but that's going to be about it. Now, Dino Land USA, that whole area is supposed to be changing to like Tropic America. Let's take a look at that let's take a look at that picture. And this is just some artwork showing what Tropic America would look like in Animal Kingdom. So guys, a lot of the stuff that's rumored out there is maybe Encanto, Casita, something like that. And what would that mean for the running routes? That one would affect us because we run back there. My guess is that if they can put up the walls around there, we would just run around the walls. But again, think about it. Once it's built, it would be so cool to see, wouldn't it, guys? So we would be running by Casita. That would be really, really cool. But again, this is kind of stuff that's a blue sky idea right now. It hasn't come out yet. I do believe they're going to do something there. They have to, because again, part of Dino Land is already down, and it looks like it's going to continue to come down. But that's Animal Kingdom. So guys, what about the rest of Walt Disney World? About resorts, streets? Yes, that can affect us. I think that's going to be very, very minor. It doesn't look like any resorts are on the agenda. I think there might be one that's coming up. I know they're doing some things there at Polynesia, but again, it's not going to affect us directly. We might just see, well, we actually did see some of the construction there when we ran just even a few weeks ago, guys. But besides that, I think of the road closures, possibly here and there, but again, unless they're doing something major, it's not going to really affect us when it comes to the stuff that's off of the parks. So the resorts, Disney Springs, all that stuff. Again, maybe they might be road closure here and there, so they might move us a little bit. But besides that, that's it for Walt Disney World. So guys, Disneyland. Now, once we get to Disneyland in California, this is going to be awesome because there's a lot of room. There's a lot of rumors also to do stuff there. Right now, let's get to the facts. So this is Disneyland Expansion, which is a little bit different than Disneyland Forward. So Disneyland Forward is going to be future. Disneyland Expansion is going to happen soon. But Disneyland Forward, more specifically, is going to be putting about $1.9 billion or more back into parks and that kind of stuff. And there's going to be some other stuff that you can see here. Now, with a minimum of $1.9 billion that they're going to invest, and it's probably not going to be just that. It's probably going to be a lot more than that. I would think $2 to $3 billion that they're going to invest in rides. And Bob Iger is on record saying that they can expand the parks by about 50%. And you saw that, those areas that they can expand on. So what are the rumored lands that can be coming up? But before getting to the rumored lands, on the left-hand side, you can see the area that we're talking about that can be expanded in both Disney California Adventure and Disneyland. So these are just a few, but they have mentioned Frozen, they have mentioned Tangled, they have mentioned Black Panther. The one that is picking up steam now is Avatar. Peter Pan has been mentioned, Zootopia has been mentioned, and the latest one has been Tron. Now, I don't think they're going to make all of those, but a couple of those should come up, and that should be interesting because, again, what does it mean for Run Disney? And the thing that it means is that we're going to have more areas to run inside of the parks. If you noticed, if you did Disney, this is, oh, I'm wearing this shirt. If you did the Disneyland runs earlier this year, there wasn't a lot of area once we passed the 10K. So that's when we had to go to downtown Anaheim, which the streets were not great, guys. If you saw my videos, you can see that they weren't great. There was people, I never saw anybody fall, but I saw the aftermath of people falling. Now, with that said, Disney, is looking to buy some properties, including Magic Way and a couple of other streets, and they're looking to pay about $40 million to buy these streets. Again, these could be future expansions, but they're also going to give money to the city of Anaheim to fix up the streets around them. So that might mean great thing for us, because not only are we going to have more lands, more parts of the park to run in, but when we get to downtown Anaheim and get to run there, the streets are going to be fixed up, guys. Again, we're talking about something that's going to be announced in the near future, anywhere up to now to about August. Once it starts production, I think it'd be at the earliest later this year, early next year. But again, it's going to mean big changes, monumental changes of what we're going to be seeing at Disneyland, and I think it's going to be great. So guys, actually registration for the D23 convention later on this year, I believe it's in August. is coming up the 26th of this month. And yes, I am going to try to register to go there. And if I'm there, I'm going to try to get into the panels where I can see, and it's usually on the last day when they talk about park expansions. Before that happens, guys, this is going to be historic. Rumors are going to fly out, and they're going to make probably some minor announcements. That's where they're going to make the major announcements there. But again, we will hear little bits and pieces all the way until D23. Once we're there, it's amazing to go there, guys. But nowadays they stream it live online, so you can actually see it on the D23 page, and that's where I got to see some of the stuff from the last year's destination D23. I was actually at Disney, but I didn't go. I didn't pay just because I knew that there was going to be. And this is where I'm going to go again. Blue sky, guys. Whenever you heard the word blue sky, that's an Imagineering term where they're just basically they're spitballing stuff. They're trying to get ideas, and some of these ideas are fantastic. They're great. But again, a lot of blue sky ideas do not even make it past, they don't make it past the first round. So a lot of the times that you see a lot of the executives at Disney talk about these blue sky ideas, I've gotten to the point where a lot of the video bloggers of Disney say, you know what, don't give me blue sky anymore. Give me something concrete. They're going to have to do something concrete. They're going to do something concrete this year. If not, they are going to fall so far behind Universal that Universal is going to basically take over, and so they have no option to do that. But so I see that, and again, now you have seen what all this can mean for the Run Disney community directly, especially indirectly. That's going to mean a lot more park time that we could run, or potential park time that we could run. Hopefully they allow us to run, especially at Disneyland, more inside the parks instead of downtown Anaheim. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think? What are you more excited about? The additions at Disney World that we can see during our run, or the ones at Disneyland? Which one do you would you prefer? And guys, I'm going to go back to Wine and Dine. Are you registering? Which races are you going to register for? Is it going to be just you? Is it going to be your family? Who are you taking? Guys, leave the comments down below, guys. So guys, as usual, I'm just going to say create a magical day, guys. Create a magical run. And guys, see you sooner than later.